you were here first, Nam. Hello, welcome. Okay. Ugh, what a long week. I saw your A rank. Very nice, very nice. Hold on, I have to change something. One second. Setting up Photoshop, which is taking forever. What were you trying to accomplish? If you weren't trying to do that, what were you trying to accomplish? Nope, that's not what I wanted. Oh, I see. You were just speed running the event. Got it, got it, got it. Alright, so we already drew in the pockets. I think I should do some shading along the pockets. Question is, do I want to stick with working on the pants? As per usual, we're not going to get much done today, because we be slow. Oh my god, where'd you keep... Oh, hello, Feather Dust. Welcome, welcome. Very cute emote. That bunny is adorable. Whose bunny is that? Chawi Peak? Very cute, very cute. Welcome, welcome. Alright. Actually, I think I do want to be... Let me move this over to this screen. No, this can stay on this screen. Why did I grab that? Drink water? Okay. Dang, we just started. You're already making me drink water. I am quite hydrate today, don't worry. I'm looking for OBS. And we're gonna go to the Photoshop tab so that you guys can see what I'm doing in Photoshop and I'm not just flipping behind things in the side screen and you guys are just like, what the fuck is she doing? Alright, so let's see what we got here. This image from my brother. I need to color the hoodie. I need to add this ribbing to the shirt. There's so much I have to do for this, and it's going to be such a slow process because texturing is usually the hardest part of this. Alright, let's go to our shirt. Edit texture. The pants aren't finalized either. Nothing's finalized. This is so beginner. Alright, so we're going to select the base color. I'm gonna steal the color from here. Oh dear. That's not what we want. Oh my gosh. Nom, I had something very similar the other day. I was running a Suzuka run. I was doing a Suzuka run for the new CM. Oh, come on, tablet. Girl, the tablet's not working again. Why do you do this to me, tablet? But, yeah, so I was doing a run, and I got sleep deprived. I never got night owl, which I was thankful for, but I got sleep deprived for the first 4 rests of the run. And I was like about to throw my phone. I was legit about to throw my phone. Okay. Hoodie is colored. There is like a bit of a trim around it. But this is an AI image, so we can actually modify this trim. I think I'm gonna make the trim white because everything else is white. Like I said, this is just a reference image. I mean, for real though, but I was so pissed because, like, I was getting really good trainings, but when you do 4 rests in a row, and I think I had 5 sleep deprives by the end of the run, but 4 in a row were sleep deprives. In the beginning of the game, I was about to throw my phone. I was hardcore about to throw my phone, because like the trainings were good, and if I didn't get sleep deprived, and I had quite literally gotten just regular sleep, so that would have been another 80 energy that I didn't have to waste an extra turn and a half or 2 turns healing for. I was livid. I was pissed. I was so pissed. Oh yeah, no, 100% Nom. You definitely need to be more mindful of your spirit bursts. I'm so mad my tablet isn't working. Why? All right, give me a second. Going under my desk to unplug and plug in my tablet, see if that fixes it. Because I did have to shut the breakers off the other day, and when I do that, sometimes it messes with the USB connections on my PC. Like, if I turn the power off, my keyboard disconnects every time. So, I always have to unplug and replug everything back in. Let's see if that worked. It did not. Why? Why you hate me? Why do you hate me? It's obvious that the computer recognizes it. Anyway. That sucks. I really wanted to use my tablet today. Why? Why? It's connected. Oh, hell no. Only on display 1. What's happening here? But it's not picking up on either screen. Blah! That sucks. But yes, you should be targeting your spirit bursts. And how you target is like very much based on the character that you're using, I would say. Because, like, if you're using a character that has strong bonuses in... Yeah, that's how you do it. That's how you do it. You should be aiming to get at least 2 spirit bursts per, like, quote-unquote season. Meaning, like, in between each of the Unity Cup trainings. That's essentially what the vibe is there. Alright, so we're gonna have to do some crazy shit today. Actually, let me try this. Let me try being in Photoshop. Is it picking up the tablet in Photoshop? It is not picking up the tablet in Photoshop. Why? probably gonna have to restart my computer to get it to work, and I don't want to do that, so we're not gonna do that. Yeah, I've been having some pretty mediocre luck with trainings this today as well. I've done like maybe 7 runs today trying to build someone for the CM, and it's just not happening. Alright, so we're gonna export. Hood. And let's export the texture. And then we'll open those in Photoshop, and I'm gonna have to do it by hand, which sucks, but it is what it is. Okay, and then let's just drop the opacity on this down. Yeah, I've been trying to make a Smart Falcon, and I also tried to make a Suzuka today on my phone account, and it was just not happening. I have 2 Falcons right now. Neither of them are perfect. One of them has really good skills and like stats, but doesn't have Turf or Sprint S. The other one has Turf and Sprint S, but has like pretty okay, not fabulous skills and stats. And I'm like really miffed because I worked freaking hard for that shit, and it's just like not doing it. Okay, so the cool thing about this doing this in Photoshop is that I can actually do a lot of cleanup here. Oh my god, not having my tablet work is killing me right now. Blah, this sucks. Alright, put the pen down so you stop using it. Because I keep trying to draw with it and nothing happens, so we're gonna have to freehand with mouse today, which is actually ass. But it'll be fine. Everything's fine. We're just gonna clean this up as much as we can. This doesn't really matter. This is just because like you don't actually see this. This is on the hidden part of the mesh. I just don't like seeing it being so blobby. I find it distracting. 50 stam trading on first of a nice. Who are you running that you need that much stam though? Alright. So what I'm gonna do, since I am not able to actually draw by hand, we're gonna copy this. We're gonna paste in place so that it's on a different layer. Ah, I see, I see. And then what we're gonna do is actually erase it from the other layer completely. I should have just cut. I didn't need to copy. Oh my god, it's freaking Ty. Hi, Ty. No, this is not Silent Hill music. This is Skyrim, bro. Get your games right. How do you not know that this is Skyrim? Have you not played one of the best games of our generation? Alright. Doing this without... doing this without frickin' a tablet sucks, but... this is why knowing commands in Photoshop is useful. Actually, this would be better if I did it the other way. So we're gonna select it. Actually, I don't even need to do that. I'm just gonna move it. all the way down here. I'm gonna take this. Smaller. I'm gonna transform it. Oop, no, 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 not like that. You just want one directional transformation. Deselect. Okay, so these are about as long as they can go. I can't, so for some reason okay. Start from the beginning. Over the weekend, I had to shut the power off in my house because my furnace was being stupid. So when I turn the power, the breakers off in my house, my computer doesn't have ambient power from its power strip anymore. When that happens, all of my USB attached items disconnect themselves. My mouse is fine. It doesn't have a problem reconnecting itself without having to be unplugged. But for some reason, my tablet and my keyboard always need to be unplugged and replugged back in. Otherwise, they don't work. I unplugged and plugged back in my keyboard, and I forgot that my tablet is also stupid brain. And I never did it to my tablet. So the only way to get my tablet to be recognized by my PC now is to unplug it, plug it back in, and then restart my computer, which I'm not going to do in the middle of a stream. So, we're freehanding shit. And that's okay. Because like right now, I'm not doing like crazy texturing or editing, so it's not a big deal that I am freehanding this. That's what I wanted. I wanted to auto contrast it, and then let's. No, we don't want yellow. We want adjustments, brightness, and contrast. Let's contrast that up. Okay, that's good. Alright, now we're going to try and erase this shit. Boop, 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 boop. Oh wait, that's actually on this? It is on this. Okay. So now we're gonna turn this off. And I'm gonna file, export, quick export as PNG. Hood final, and I just want to see what it looks like on the model now that I adjusted the little strappy doodles. And then we're gonna import hood final. Okay, those are really friggin' long. Well, those are really friggin' long, so yeah, I'll leave it. Yeah, the USBs on this PC are kind of shite. I do kind of want to get a new case. I've been thinking about it. I was thinking about getting a new case because I know for a fact that the two USBs that are on the top deck are busted. So I have two USB ports on the top by the on button, and then there's like 12 in the back. And then sometimes they don't work. So, yeah. And those are like the default ones that come with the unit. It's not like... Yeah. So it's pretty shitty. It's pretty shitty. Oh my god, I want to use the tablet so bad because I see it in front of me, but it's not gonna do anything. Not gonna do anything. Okay. I think I want to stylize these a little bit. I mean, I broke one of them. I definitely broke one of them because I put something into the USB slot, and then when I pulled it out as an angle, and it like snapped the little connector fin that's on the inside, not in the item I was plugging in. And I'm like, fuck. And then I couldn't get it to go back in. I couldn't like put it back, obviously. Nom, I feel you. I feel you. I had a Suzuka run that I was doing really well. And then I failed on a 2%, and I failed on a 7% the turn right after. And then I'm like, okay, I'm gonna actually rest. So I rested, and then I got sleep deprived, and I still wasn't out of, like, the danger zone for energy because of an event that happened. And I basically failed 3 times in a row. And I'm like, well, there goes this run. This run is shot. I can't do anything now. Alright, we want to use an off black because there should be a little bit of color vibrancy to it. And I'm gonna take... I'm gonna make another layer. And I'm going to create clipping mask. I'm gonna drop my brush size down. Oh, I'm on the eraser tool. Why? I'm like, why isn't it drawing? I got 2 of those today. One on Smart Falcon and one on my Ono Top Gun. I was pretty miffed. Not gonna lie. We want overlay. I was pretty mad. I have not had one in a while either. Alright, so now the tassels are better. And I think what I want to do is add some fun stuff to this. But I'm not sure what. Shrink down the brush again. And what I'm gonna do here is I'm actually gonna take this color. I'm gonna drop my brush size down again. And I'm just gonna add this here. How does that look? Does that look the way I want it to look? No, no it doesn't. I don't like it. I don't like. We're just gonna leave it with the little tassel-y thing on the bottom, and that's it. Call it a day. Okay. Let's go back to the hood. What does this hood look like? This hood looks like... It has this ribbon around it. It has this on the sleeve, but the sleeve is different. Hi, Rose. You're alive. Welcome, welcome. Haven't seen you in a bit. How are you? Ooh. I need to know where these pieces of this hood are. It gave you a 3-star mile spark? Damn. That's hilarious. That's actually wild. I got a, I did like a pretty mid Smart Falcon run the other day. And I was upset because I realized I was trying to get a sprint A and I didn't get it. I got a sprint B. So I built her for sprint and she's a sprint B, so she's absolutely useless. And then it ended up giving me a Guts 3 Spark, a Guts 3 Spark, a Mile 3 Spark, and 3-star Spark in her unique skill. And I was just like, why? Why do you do this? I was gonna throw this away and now I can't. You have the family dog now? What kind of dog? What kind of dog? I mean, 9-star Mile's kind of crazy. Oh, that sounds so cute! Yeah, send pics. Pics or it didn't happen. Okay. So let's see what we're working with here. Where does this show up? If I paint on this edge, why does it show up in such a weird freaking spot? Okay, so along this band is the rim of the hoodie. That's such a weird spot for it to be. So wait, where's this? The back of his neck. Okay. Alright, so in his hoodie inside is gray. I'm gonna make the inside of the hoodie black. Oh, actually, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna make the inside of the hoodie white, and I'm gonna do that ribbing in a slightly darker blue, like this blue. Oh, you haven't seen this model yet, Ty? Yeah, he gave me this a long time ago. I just haven't had time to work on his model. So, I am building him a model. It's very basic, but, like, the hardest part was getting the shape of the clothes right, because, believe it or not, these shapes are not default shapes. I had to make this out of many parts of clothes that were layered together. Oh my gosh, I can't wait to see the dogo. Dogo. Oh, so cute! I love his little elf hat! Oh my goodness. Adorable. But why do you have the dog now? Okay, alright, so we know it's in the center ridge. So let's just do that. Take the slight off-white. And we are just going to... Actually, let's actually look at this. My brother was taking care of her, and he's gotten too busy with the start of a new business to take care of her properly. Well, that's good, though. At least the dog has someone that can take care of her. Her. Yeah, her. Oh, she's an anxiety doggo. I feel you. I understand. I do want it to be pretty close on that ridge. So we're gonna keep it tight to that center ridge band, just so it doesn't, like, bleed over too much. My cat is not super anxious. She's a typical cat, but our dog is also quite anxious. Oh, no, I didn't want that. Aw, that sucks. Yeah, I'm not sure why our dog has anxiety, because we've had her since she was, like, 10, 11 months old. She was a puppy. Like, we did adopt her, so it's very possible that she had a traumatic experience prior. But what really gets me about her is, like, she has anxiety about things that I would not anticipate a dog to have anxiety about. Like, she doesn't like fire. And when I say she doesn't like fire, it's not like, oh, she doesn't like a bonfire or like a grill. No, she doesn't like candles. Like birthday candles. So every time we have a birthday and we light candles, she is downstairs. She is not having it. It is not okay. And it's just so confusing because, as far as I'm aware, we've never done anything to cause her to have trauma around fire. And, like, a dog hating fireworks totally makes sense. But candles? Birthday candles? The little tiny thin candles that you stick on a cake? Yeah, she's scared of those. Not sure why. She just is. Okay, so what is the inside of the hood? That's the inside, and this is the inside. I like how I said I was gonna make it one color and then I made it a different color. So we're gonna do this. And then we're gonna not talk about the fact that I did that. Damn. Are you able to be home enough for apples to, like, not feel anxious? Because, like, with dogs that have anxiety like that, like, don't you have to be home a lot? What is this? What is that? I don't know what that is. What is that supposed to be? Oh, I see what that is. That's the inner pocket. I get it now. Got it. Understood. But we're not showing the pocket here, so that's why it's weird. Alright, so we're gonna take this gray color that we have, and we're gonna brush it in. Long, arduous process of doing things by hand because you don't have a tablet to do them. It just feels so unnatural. Alright, that part of the hoodie is the inside. Okay. So we want to color this part of the hoodie in the gray color. So I think that's pretty good. Let's export that again and see what happens. Yes, we want to save that. Thankfully, we have someone home all the time, so her anxiety is managed. Still, it makes me anxious whenever we're gone for any amount of time. Like during the winter storm, here the ice was bad, so Mom kept insisting she would walk with me and keep telling her to go back. Aww. Have you tried getting her like one of those thunder jackets? We have one for our dog, and it works pretty well. Like, it's not a, like, 100% fix, but it's definitely an improvement on her anxiety. Because she gets anxious to the point where, like, she will shake like a leaf. Like, my dog, if you try to keep her in a space that has something she doesn't like the fire, the candles, she will just shake like a leaf. To the point where, like, there was a point where at one time she was shaking so aggressively that we thought she was going to have a seizure. Because I had never seen her shake like that. Okay. This looks pretty good. That's probably a good idea. Okay, the inside is a little too white, I think. I think I want to tone it down. Or, like, at least add some manual shading, because it's kind of weird how it looks right now. This should be, like, realistically a lot darker. Alright, so we'll darken it up. We'll drop it down a shade. Actually, I can just do it like this. Aha! Okay. Yes, override. And import. Yeah, I like that better. That looks better. I don't like that there's that white line bleeding through on the hood, though. But I can't really do anything about that, I don't think. Unless I make the band bigger. I could do that. Yeah, we could do that. Okay. Pretty good. Let's try that again. The one thing I don't like about this program is that it's a lot of micro tweaking on how to get it to work the way you want it to look. Okay, I kind of like that a little bit more. I think I'm gonna add even more, actually. Let's do that much more. Maybe even a little more on this side. Let's try again. Okay, yeah, that's kind of where I wanted it to be. I want it to have like an actual lip to it. Alright, now what I can do is I can draw the lines on it. Probably in this color. Oops, that's not what I wanted. Yo, I have to freehand these lines now? Oh, this is gonna be dreadful. Is this? It's like a hair darker. Hi, Luna. How are you? Gonna make my life easier. Do that. Oh. Not well, physically exhausted, mentally exhausted, emotionally exhausted. Wow, has work been hard? I feel you. I've been pretty tired myself if I'm being honest. Work has been a little bit it's a lot doing the amount of projects that I'm doing as one person. So I feel you. I hope things get easier. And don't worry that these are not evenly spaced. I'm doing that intentionally. think I want to make these a smidge darker. So we're going to go like this. Color gradient overlay. And we're going to actually take this color and then we're going to lighten it a bit. Lighten it a lot. Yeah, like that. Okay. Now let's export it again. Work is being awful to my mental health. I'm trying to fix my sleep schedule, and that means I will no longer be able to talk with my sister, and it will also cut a bunch of time I can't hang out with my boyfriend. Just my insecurities screaming in my head. Oh, your sleep schedule is important, though. I know it's hard to reconcile that, but I'm telling you, sleep schedule is so important. My schedule is so screwed up right now, and it's like, is destroying my brain. Okay, that looks like shit. I actually hate that. That looks terrible. Okay. So what did we learn? We learned that that looks bad. We're gonna erase it. And then we're gonna do even thinner lines because it's obvious that this should not be spaced like that. Alright, so I was on a 0.4. Let's drop it to the 0.1. Where does your sister live that you would have to change your sleep? Changing your sleep schedule would really ruin your ability to speak with her. She lives 5 hours behind you? Wow. Well, I mean, it's unfortunate that your schedule will be like that, but the great thing about texting and messaging people is that they can get to you whenever they can get to you. And sometimes it's not convenient, but you're not fully disconnected from her. You might just have to make time for her in, like, the morning or something. If she's 5 behind you, or, like, at your lunch break. I mean, heck, my husband's best friend lives in Japan, and, like, we are quite literally 13 hours apart from each other. So there are times where my husband's up like kind of late playing games and his friend gets up and has like an hour or two to converse before he has to go do his thing. But they'll talk, they'll hang out, they'll play games together. It's really cute, actually. Well, then, you'll just have to make some early morning time for her. I know it's hard, but I'm sure you can do it. I believe. Right, let's try this now. The lines are a lot thinner. It should look better. Okay. Why does it look so weird? Does it need to be even more? More lines in between those other lines? Yeah, I think it does. I think what's happening is it's stretching the texture. So even though I have a crap ton of lines, it's still like... You'll be back? Alright, Nam. Be safe. Don't do anything dangerous. She's my sister. She means the world to me. Okay, get out of here, bot. I think you've talked about this person before, Luna. And it's great that you have someone like that. But I would like to play devil's advocate a little bit here. It might be something good for you. I'm not saying, like, to have less contact with your friend. I'm saying, like, if this person is someone that you rely on so much to keep your mental health stable, I feel like you may not grow as an individual without that person being around constantly to make sure that you're in a good state. So I think while it does stink that you won't be able to talk to her as much, at the same time, it might push you to learn how to be more comfortable with yourself in a neutral state without someone being there as an emotional support. Does that make sense? Okay, I think that looks pretty good. I think that looks way better now that I added another 100 lines to it. Because it's not like she's gone. She's not going anywhere. You're just a little more limited in how frequently you guys can talk to each other. I say this because, like, I'm a big advocate of, you cannot rely on other people for your own mental well-being. You should be comfortable with your own mental state. And then if somebody makes it better, then that's fantastic. Likewise, if someone makes it worse, they should probably not be in your life. But it's always good to have, like, a neutral state of your mental health that you're just comfortable with. And if you're not able to achieve a comfortable mental health state without relying on someone else, then I think that there should be some time to learn that. Because it is a skill. Giant hole in chest. Okay. This is our next target. What do we got here? I want to see what happens if I do that. Okay, so that's a collar for a collar shirt. I might actually give my brother the choker. I think he might not like it, but I think it's going to be funny. And I mean, it kind of looks cool. But yeah, I mean, I think this would be a good time for you to be, like, doing some introspection. And like I said, it's not like she's gone. She's still there. She's still there to be your support system. You're just not going to be able to talk to her at the same frequency that you talk to her now. Which is not the end of the world. Knowing that someone is still there, but being able to set out on your own and be a little more independent is a good thing. Hoodie. Torso. Oh, I'm not trying to import. I'm trying to export. Duh. Dum dum. It's not exactly a lie, it's just even more shit started to hit the fan. I already consider her my sister and she'll do the same. I'm not gonna lie. Talk a lot with her about my mental health, but I never was like, oh, I need her to stay afloat. That's good. If you don't need her to stay afloat, that's good. But I think also, and this is not just something that's like solely a you thing. I think a lot of people get really comfortable with having someone else there um, as a constant. And that when that habit is broken of having someone there as a constant, you feel lonely and you feel a little bit helpless. That's normal for everybody. But the thing is, like, for example, like, I am much happier when my husband is around. 100%. But I'm fine if he leaves, you know. I'm fine if I go away on a vacation without him. Like, if I have a family obligation to go away and he's not with me, it's all good. I'm fine. And same thing for him. Like, last year he took a trip with his boys, and, like, I was alone in the house with the cat, and I was fine. Because I'm comfortable in my own neutral state, is what I'm trying to get at. Okay, we just exported the torso. We can close this. We'll save it. Close this. We don't need it. Open the new files, which is hoodie guide and hoodie torso. Okay. Control A, Control C, Control V. And we put this on the top. No, I don't want to open that. And we drop the fill opacity down so I can see things. And let's get rid of all the gobbledygook. Right, so we have some rough edges over here. I'm gonna actually do a blending option. Actually, I want to do the selector. Get rid of... Wow, that's bad. It doesn't select what I want it to select. Which means I'm going to have to do some manual erasing. Alright, manual erasing somewhat accomplished. Now let's do a blending option, and we want to drop in that same blue. So I actually have to open this again. Ah! Damn it. Take that color. Now we close this. And then let's do blending options. Color overlay. Normal. And... Yo, what happened to my color that I pulled? No! I want this color. Don't tell me I can't have it. What are these lines here? What is that shit? What? Fill that in? I'm not even sure how that happened. over here, let's fill this in a little bit too. Let's actually do it on the mirror so we're not screwing things up. Let's do that over here as well. So we're gonna infill what we erased over here just so that it's clean. Can always erase things. Like, what I feel the weight to me is a lot, that she means the world to me. She was the first and only person that I really felt that way. Not even my boyfriend, I love him, but with my sister I feel something weird. Yeah, you have like a kinship with someone, and that's good that you trust someone so much. I mean, you haven't even been with your boyfriend all that long, right? If I'm not mistaken. Yeah, like, I feel like you've known this girl for much longer than your boyfriend, so it's a no-brainer that you would choose her over him. If you said the other way around, I would be concerned. I'd be like, choices. You've known the man for less than half a year, and you're picking her over your own girl? Questionable. Alright. So I think we are pretty good here. Ooh, that's not good. That's not good at all. What happened here? We fill that in. We don't like blank spots. Okay. Alright. Alright. And let's trim this a smidge. Just clean up that line. Now, I want to do the same thing that I did. So on this, I made the hood have a dark rim. I think I'm gonna make these dark and not light, because I think it's gonna look weird. So I'm gonna keep the edging on the hoodie dark, and then I'm gonna have the design in the white and the tassels in the white, and the rest will be dark, and I think that'll look better. We could try it both ways. We'll see. We shall see. Alright, so let's rasterize this. New layer. Create clipping mask. And then let's... Oh god, doing this like this is nightmarish. How can I do this in the most effective way possible without screwing things up? I can do a point line. No, we actually want the stroke line to be... Ah! How do I pick color? There we go. Okay. Got it. Never didn't have it. Right. So that gives me a baseline guide to work with. And then all I gotta do is be really careful when I'm coloring. Talked to her about fixing my sleep schedule, and she told me your health and happiness come first. Fuck me, fuck anyone that doesn't want you to get better. See? She knows. And I agree with her. Your health is extremely important. And I understand that she's important to you, and it's great that she's important to you, but even she knows that you having a good sleep schedule and feeling rested and fully 100% in yourself is the most important thing. There is nothing more important than that. Like, sleep is such a huge part of people's lives, and way too many people neglect that fact. And it's unfortunate because your sleep can literally make such a difference in how long you live. Like, no joke. Like, we're talking years here. Over the course of your life, if you had like 10 years of bad sleep, you could literally lose a year or two off your life just from not sleeping well. Sleep is so important. Okay, so step 1 complete. Wait. If I do the point by line, will it show me that darker color is? Why is that so dark? Oh, that's why. Is it actually that color? Copy. Copy. Okay, and let's go here. Paste that in there. Am I helping? What? I'm... Okay. I'm glad that I can help you. Because I don't feel like I'm helping. I feel like maybe I'm being a little too preachy. But if you say I'm helping, then great! I just want you to be your healthiest, most confident self. And I know you've mentioned that confidence is something that you struggle with, and you always get in your head, and it does take a good deal of effort and practice to get yourself into a good state. But it actually does start with sleep, so focus on your sleep. Fixing your sleep schedule, once you... It's gonna take a bit. It's not something that comes fast. My brother thinks it comes fast. It definitely does not. But once you fix it, you're gonna feel so much better. You're gonna have a consistent rhythm. Because, believe it or not, I say, but, humans are extremely, extremely creatures of habit. You know? So, when we don't have a rhythm, we feel worse a lot of the time. Having a rhythm is so important for humans. Whether it's like the time you go to bed versus the time you wake up, when you go to the gym, eating breakfast, when you go to the bathroom, you know, like, humans are such habit-based, rhythm-based creatures, so the thing that you do for literally, you know, a third of your day, it's pretty damn important that you get it right. And I think I would say, like, probably 80% of humans do not take their sleep seriously, which is not smart, if you ask me. Is this too close? I feel like I'm doing this too close. Maybe. Maybe space them out a bit more. You can always infill more lines later. But yeah, a lot of people don't take their sleep seriously. I didn't take my sleep seriously all through college. And it wasn't because I was, you know, a reckless college kid. It's just like, sleep's not important. And now that I'm an adult, I'm like, fuck. I wish I had that ability that I had when I was in college to stay up for 48 hours and be totally fine. I can't do that. I can't even stay up for 24 hours and be totally fine. I did that a few years ago. I was working on a costume or something, and I stayed up for 24 hours, and it was horrendous. I felt like I was gonna die. And then my sleep schedule got fucked up, and then I felt like I was gonna die even more. A femboy avatar for... No, we're just gonna put him in silly outfits. That's how we're gonna do it. No femboy. I think you missed it the day that I was taking his avatar and I was dressing it up in, like, frilly clothes. Alright. Yeah, okay, let me save this. For some reason, it likes to default his hair back to white, but I did actually do this and put him in my outfit and stuff like that. And then the Uma outfit. This is the sample Santa outfit. Hey, Logic! What was this? What was this even? I don't even know what this is. It was clearly a project I was working on. Oh god! The crop top! My sister's crop top! There's a VROID clothing software? What do you mean? What do you mean?! Are you talking about Booth? Where you can buy clothes? I know about Booth. Please explain and or link your sources. Alright, let's put him back in his outfit. Okay, so we did the bottom cuff. Now we have to do this one down here. So let's go back to edit texture. How's your prep for the next CM coming, Logic? The next champions meet. The sprint champions meet. Alright, I need to see where this ends up. Okay, so at that line. What the fuck is this? What are you sending me? Oh, but you have to have, like, you have to have the preset clothes, right? Yeah, you need to have the clothing presets. I mean, I'm literally making the entire thing from... Yeah, you need the clothing... So, basically what it does is it allows you to quickly change outfits while you're using VROID. But you can pretty much do that here as well. What it's saving you is... So, if I wanted to change my outfit for my model that I'm wearing right now, what I would have to do is I would have to export my model as a VRM each time with each different outfit. But what that program lets you do is if your model is already a VRM, the outfits are exported as VRM skins, and you just attach those to the model for like a quick change. Versus it being a static part of the model, which is what I'm basically building. Something that's a static part of the model. Wait, was it line 1 or 2? It was line 1. I mean, not to say it's not useful, but I am customizing these outfits, so it's not the most useful for me, because, welcome back, Nom. Because if he wants a different outfit, either I will take a preset outfit that comes in VROID Studio, or I will make my own outfit for him. He's probably gonna ask for another outfit because that's just how he is. He's a fickle boy. But this is gonna be like his universal outfit, something that is good for him to do 3D stuff in, but also good enough that he can do regular stuff in. Oh my god, now I have to draw like 1,000 lines. This sucks. You know, the funny part, Nam, is we can probably convince him to have a version of his model with the maid outfit. I'm not even joking. Because that's just such a VTuber trope at this point. I think we honestly could convince him that he should have a version with the maid outfit. And it just so happens, you know, I kind of bought a maid outfit for my model, and I think it's pretty universal. Sorry, Nom, but Luna said that. I'm reading too fast, getting everybody jumbled up. Oh my god, this is so tedious. I need to make an animated emote like that. That emote is really cute. Did you have coffee? Is that why you're awake? Ugh, so far to go. That person has a lot of emotes. I need to make more emotes. I gotta finish his model first, and then we'll make more emotes. I mean, they're really cute. And the thing is, like, the emotes are, like, simple enough that it's not super distinct on the character. So it's kind of works in your favor. Because they can be used in so many places. Whereas, like, my emote is, like, it's a green-haired person. It's pretty, like, pretty clear that it's, and it's also kind of shitty, so it's like pretty clear that it's an emote made for a specific person. She has 113 emotes? That's crazy. I guess that's a sub well worth it then. I don't know, why do you have 4 gigabytes of old updates? That seems weird. Gotta not hold down the shift button. I think I need to add more detail to my brother's face. It's a little nondescript. Kind of boring. Alright. Alright. Let's export this and see how terrible it looks. File. Export. Quick export. Hoodie final. Save. Oh, I have to turn the guide off. Fuck. File. Export. Quick export. Hoodie final. Save. Override. Damn. She only has 23,000 followers and she's getting thousands of viewers per stream? That's kind of crazy. You'd be surprised how easily you could make a full-time living off of streaming if you have consistent viewer base. Why is this so dark? That's why. Okay. Okay. What's happening here? Something weird's happening here. What is happening here? Where is that? No. I drew that up there by his neck. Frick. That's not his arms? Where is this? That's the arms? Are we joking right now? That's the arms. Are we joking right now? I'm freaking mad. I'm freaking mad. I thought that was the arms. Now I have a whole other section I gotta do work for. Oh! Sorry to imagine. Girl. Mom. I don't know if you know this, but having 1K viewers on Twitch or YouTube, it doesn't matter which one, that is 100% a livable wage for a streamer. You could, a livable wage for a streamer is like, I say livable, meaning like it's enough to pay for your bills, not necessarily enough for you to be like treating yourself to luxury things. A livable viewer count on Twitch or YouTube is like 200 to 300 viewers per stream. Like concurrent. Concurrent meaning like consistently on average, that's the amount of viewers you have. For example, my concurrent viewer base is about 4 to 6. So if you can manage 200 to 300 concurrent viewers, that is enough for you to be making a couple $1,000s a month. Like, you ain't freaking ballin', but it's enough to pay your bills. If you are hitting 1,000 to 2,000 viewers per stream, you are making bank. You're making a lot of money. Because also, if you have 1,000 to 2,000 viewers, you are probably also monetizing in other ways, like shorts and reels and things like that. The heck is this? What is that? Get out of here. I don't know what that was. Yeah. Like, there... So yeah, when you see people like Asmongold who are concurrently averaging 30 to 50,000 people per stream, that man is making millions, okay? I would not be surprised if he rakes in 10 million a year from streaming. I mean, he's a chronic online person, but I wouldn't be surprised if that's what he's raking in every year, if not more. And he still lives like a hobo. Okay. Now that we've figured out the error of our ways, let's fix this. We're gonna get the base pattern of this shirt done today. And then we'll worry about the wispies another day. It's already 9:30 and I'm sad that I am so goddamn slow at this. Right. Pen tool! No, either way, like... Again... That's why I thought it was weird when you said she has 23k followers and gets thousands of viewers per stream. Because, like... That means that she's blown up very recently. Because somebody who's getting concurrent viewers of 1,000 to 2,000 views per stream... realistically should have, like... 100,000 followers, if not more. That's what I was trying to say. Like, at 1 to 2k, you are firmly in the I can stream full-time spot. There are people who don't stream full-time who have that kind of concurrent viewer base, but you are firmly in the I can stream full-time viewer slot race. Change this to this. Okay, so I have a guide now. Vespi. Yes, I am Vespi. Why are you looking? Because you have a perverted mind. Stop that. It's an armhole! You ate cereal today? Did you eat anything else? I mean, cereal's a good start. I'm just worried for you, Nom, that you're not getting your nutritional value for the day. Because cereal is not very nutritious. Is there really nothing that you like the texture of? That's a lot of cereal. But girl, you gotta eat. There's no way that is sustainable. Have you, like... That, like, I do believe that is a form of an eating disorder. Because that's not normal for you to not get hungry. Your body needs a certain amount of calories just to hold maintenance. So if you're not hitting that with your daily intake of food, you will feel it. It's not something that is long-term sustainable. And from what you tell me, you don't do any kind of, like, binge eating. So it's not like you're getting, like, forced calories in a different way. ARFID go brr. Is your computer exploding? Okay. Mission accomplished. We have the armpits done. Now let's frickin' do the thing. Yeah, but that's the thing, Nom. Like, if you're walking your dog 3 times a day, like, from what you tell me, you're not very big. I think you said you're 5'7" and like 120 to 100, like about 120 pounds or something, right? 130 at most. Possibly even less. 116. Okay, yeah, you've lost 2 pounds since the last time you've told me your weight, because I'm pretty sure it was 118 the last time you told me. 5'3". Okay, you're shorter than I thought. Alfonso said he was 5'7". Never mind. So, like, that's not a bad weight per se for your height. For context, I'm 5'4" and I'm 120. Like, you just should be maintaining over 110, I would say. However, like, long term, it just doesn't make sense to me, because for me, as somebody who is pretty sedentary, aside from when I go to the gym a couple times a week, my maintenance for my body is $17.50 approximately. 2 bowls of cereal a day cannot, by any stretch of the means, be more than a couple hundred calories worth of food. Which means that you are in a calorie deficit of over, like, probably 1,500 calories. Let's just assume that your calorie intake is similar to mine. That is not okay. That is starving. That is starving your body, whether you physically feel starved or not. So it's just, it is a little concerning for me to hear you say that, because theoretically you should be rapidly losing weight, especially if you're also exercising on top of that. If you are exercising on top of being well beyond the maintenance level for calorie intake for your size, that is concerning. Because that means, let's say you walk your dog for like 30 minutes a day, 3 times a day. You're burning somewhere in the realm of, I don't know, you're probably burning somewhere in the realm of 200 to 300 calories going on these walks with your dog. right? So if you're burning an extra 200 to 300 calories, that means your maintenance is actually, if it was 1750 sedentary, your maintenance is actually 2K with the exercise that you're doing just to keep your body sufficiently fed. So you not eating, only eating cereal a couple times a day or having chicken nuggets once a day is not good for you. And I'm worried about you. Don't give me that emote. You understand the math, right? It's sad because you're sad. I'm not trying to shame you. I'm genuinely concerned for you. Like I said, I want you guys to be healthy. That's why I was talking with Luna earlier about like mental health and stuff. I want you guys to be healthy, and I want you guys to be happy, and I want you to be your best selves. And if that involves me getting a little, you know, I guess a little mom on you, or older sister, whatever you want to, however you want to look at it, it's not because I'm trying to be mean. It's because I genuinely am concerned. Have you, like, not for nothing, but like, have you talked to your doctor about this? Because while it's not like, it's not an eating disorder in the typical sense of an eating disorder, meaning, you're not intentionally starving yourself. Like, there was a lot of girls that I knew that not a lot, but there were several girls that I knew in high school who would intentionally starve themselves or were bulimic, which is completely intentional eating disorder. They know full well what they're doing. But for you, it might be that your body does not have that signal to make you eat, even though you might actually be hungry. And that's why I say, have you talked to your doctor about that? Because that is a very real possibility that your body is just not articulating signals correctly. And you're not choosing not to eat because you're not hungry. You're choosing not to eat because you don't know if you're hungry. Oh. Sorry, no. No, what I'm saying is, like, have you talked to your doctor about this? About you not being hungry? Because I do consider this, to some degree, an eating disorder. And it's not one where you're doing it electively, where a lot of girls, they don't eat because they don't want to be fat, so they just starve themselves. It sounds like, to me, your body just doesn't articulate the signal of hunger well. So you're just not hungry, so you don't eat. And you don't have a rhythm to eat 3 times a day, or even 2 times a day. What? Missing Garen? Garlin? What? I know, but this sounds like it might not be an eating disorder where it's self-inflicted. It might actually be a neurochemical disorder, which potentially could get fixed with medication. I don't know. It's a thought. It's a thought. It's the hunger hormone. Why do you know about this, Mo? Oh, ghrelin is the hormone? That's what you're saying? I've never heard of that hormone before. Why are you so sad, Dom? This is so tedious. My god, I wanna die. Doing this without a freaking tablet sucks. You have extreme anxiety. Do you know what causes your anxiety? It's so interesting that your anxiety takes the form of not eating, where a lot of people's anxiety takes the form in the opposite of overeating or stress eating. Hormones are crazy, man. Honestly, sis, I don't know why you didn't become an endocrinologist. You probably do really well as an endocrinologist. But then you'd have to go to med school. Makes my tummy too sad to want to eat. That's alright, Nom. You don't have to share anything you don't feel comfortable with. But you do know that this community, it's safe for you to say things when you do feel comfortable enough to say them. And if anybody gives you shit for them, you just let us know, because that's not okay. I think, Nom, I know it's hard, but one of the things that really helps with anxiety and with underlying stress, and obviously I don't know what's causing yours because you're not going to disclose it, and that's totally fine. I'm not trying to get you to disclose it. But like I said with Luna, one of the most important things you can do is build habits. Build habits. We are habit-driven creatures, and we rely so heavily on habits. Good sleep, consistently eating, even if it's just a little bit, even if it's just like 3 times a day you have something. Like, I don't know, what did I just do? I just did something dumb. I changed the color. You have like a yogurt or a preset meal, something that's calorie dense, but it doesn't have to be a lot. It could be just like a bowl of something that's calorie dense. And just doing that 3 times a day. It doesn't have to be a lot. You can eat like a bird. It's not a big deal. But it's getting into the habit of doing it consistently. Not trying to gorge yourself on food or force feed yourself things. But just the habit of eating consistently. Saying, oh, it's, 9 o'clock. I should be eating. Or, oh, it's 10 o'clock. I should be eating. The habit of brushing your teeth. The habit of going to bed at a certain time. The habit of waking up at a certain time. The habit of walking your dog. The habit of texting your friend. Those are all habits that we can build. And you can build a habit that will help with this issue. That's good. TED Talks are good. Sis, TED Talks are very good. Learning is good. This is so tedious! Not having a pre-made texture sucks. And not having a pen sucks. Last time I was feeling safe and stuck in press life. See, I don't know when Momo gets depressed because she doesn't like to talk about it. I know when Flame gets depressed because he'll call me at like 1 in the morning and like emotionally dump on me after waking me up. He doesn't do that all the time, but he has done that before. I've gotten a call at like 12:30 on a work day. And he's just like sitting in his car and he's like, "Can I talk to you?" And obviously I'm not gonna say no. And my husband's next to me and he's like out cold. And I'm like whispering into the phone because I don't want to get out of bed because it's cold. But I'm happy that he trusts me enough to do stuff like that. Because there's a lot of sibling relationships that are not that trusting. I want my siblings to feel like they can come to me with their problems. I think that's like one of my gripes with VROID, Rose, is that the in-model painting is so primitive compared to using like Photoshop or GIMP or Sai or any of the other art programs that are out there. And it sucks because like the program itself has a lot of cool features, of which I recently learned I need to update my VROID because I'm on 1.29 and I think VROID is on 0.2 right now. And I think that's what I don't like about this, is that there is no like auto update feature on it. There you go, 2.1. I didn't know that VROID has hats in it. And I want to start using that function because that sounds like fun. So I'm going to have to update my VROID at some point. Okay. This is about as far as we're going to go. I'm done. I give up. I quit. That's enough stupid little lines. Alright. Turn the guide off. File. Export. Quick export. Save. And let's throw it in here and see what it looks like. Okay! It looks kinda normal. A little bit weird. There's some weird puckering happening. But you know what? I'm okay with it. We're gonna leave it. Which is crazy, because, like, the painting is, like, half of what you do in this. Alright. This looks good. My only gripe is that I'm looking at the color difference here. And it's pretty stark. So I'm gonna have to go back into that hood and fix that. Why is this so much darker? File. Export. Quick export. Hood final. Save. Does that mean I'm done for the night? I mean, it's almost 10. I could be done for the night. There we go. That looks way better. It all matches. I mean, that's some pretty decent progress for the night. Like, it doesn't feel like it is, but it is. Texturing is usually the most time-consuming part of the process. So the fact that this looks the way it does is kind of nice. Why, are you lonely, sister? You just got here? I mean, that's fair. How come you don't stream? I hear that Nam and Alfonso are really enjoying your streams and that they're fighting over you. Alright. I could tweak his hair a bit. Because, like, this ponytail is really freaking long. That's good. I'm glad that they've come to hang out with you. You feel like you're boring? Why? I mean, you're playing freaking Harvest Moon. I don't know how exciting you're expecting it to be. There's no riveting boss battles. You're not fighting the townspeople. Do you think that I'm the most entertaining person in the world? Very doubtful. Very, very doubtful. Like, for example, on Monday, I was streaming Uma Musume, and I got raided by somebody who had 15 viewers. So at one point I had like 17 viewers in my chat, and everybody left because I was boring. A couple of them subbed, or followed rather, but overall most of them left because I'm boring. It's okay. Alright, so we're gonna save this. I got 3 subs from that. It was pretty nice. You don't think I'm boring? You're my sister. You're supposed to say that. Shut up. Alright. Okay. So this is what his hair looks like. It definitely needs to be more dynamic. It's very flat. Working out his hair is gonna be, like, so difficult. Do I want to do his hair in a bluish tint? Probably not, yeah? That's pretty fair. You would definitely tell me if you thought I was boring. You're mean like that. It's like changing it to weird colors. Okay. Alright. There's something that has to be done here. So... the uncanny hair is, like, really weird to work with. Let's edit the hairstyle. I think firstly, we need to give the hair more volume. All of the meshes are really tight to his head. that makes a huge difference when you add the volume in. It's just like so tight to his head. Yeah, that feels a lot better. Okay, so let's go back to that one and let's change the... No, not the texture width. We want the... Let's turn off these hairs. I'm gonna turn off all the hair so that I can actually see what I'm working with here. See, this is way more complicated than your hair because I made your hair. What is this? Where is this? Ha 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 ha! Okay, what is going on here with this? What layer is that on if I can't click on it? Why is it like that? Ah, that's why, because the texture's off. It's lame Bushido. I didn't say it, she said it. He calls me stinky as I'm working on his model. That's what I want. I want thickness. Okay, so we want to up the thickness ratio. There we go. Now the hair feels more substantial. It was too wispy and weird before. I finally figured out how to make your stupid hoodie. It took me forever. But that's what I was working on all today. 2 hours. I feel like I need to change the texture of that hair, though. Okay. Oh my god. I will read it after the stream, so I don't get too distracted, because that's a lot. Which is not bad, it's just a lot. Alright, do I like this grayish blue tone? Do I want a different tone for his hair? I do like the slight blue undertone. I think I want it to be... more like that. And I think the main color should be... Why is it doing that? That's fine. That works. Okay. Alright. Outline color? I don't have an outline thickness, so... Okay. So we made that front section more beefy and substantial, which makes a massive difference to how the face looks. I think what I want to do now is start creating this swoop here. So I can do that just by reorganizing how some of these hairs look. Alright, his freaking ahoge is in the way. Stupid hair. I like how he comes in here, says one thing, and then disappears. Never to be seen again. In fact, I think what I want to do with this hair texture is actually to turn the highlight off for now. It's just so hard to read. I think I need to do it in the white just so I can like see what I'm doing. Alright. So this booger, I'm gonna turn this off for now just so I can actually see his face. And if I'm looking at his face head on, his bang goes across his eyes to like here, almost. So this guy, we're gonna actually pull this out. I'm gonna take this guy, and I'm gonna mess with the curve on it. It's actually still in front of his glasses, which is good. That's what we're looking for. And it seems like it's made up of multiple chunks. So let's pull this one down more. And let's grab this one. And we're gonna bring this one in like this. And we'll take this one. And this one... I'm just gonna kind of tuck it over here. This one. Let's go back to the mesh for this. And we're gonna pull the mesh out more. Okay, not bad, not bad. Now let's see, what else we got here? So he's got a little one that's sticking out right here. It's a little bit hard to tell because the AI is stupid and doesn't understand how hair works. So it just kind of like brushes everything into itself. Okay, so a little hair like that. In fact, it's even smaller than that. That looks really lumpy. I don't like how that looks. I think I need to mess with the thickness of this one. So we're gonna drop the thickness down. Drop the width down. We can leave the thickness high. I don't like what it's doing here. Set that back to 0. Set that back to 0. I want to push it in more. That's kind of how it's got to be done. So then let's go back to editing this. That looks kind of weird. Okay, that looks a little bit better. Alright. Alright, let's see. Back to this. We have hairs that are like swooping around the face, and then there's a couple that are sticking up. The ones that are sticking up, I'm gonna have to free draw those, because those are gonna be on a different mesh. Actually, some of them might be the ones that I hid. Alright, let's leave that for now. This hair. It actually sweeps this way and not the way that it's drawn here. Sweeps more like that. It's hard to tell, actually, what's going on with his hair, because the AI is so bad at generating hair. It just looks like an amalgamation. Really hard to tell. Alright, let's turn on all the hair layers and see which one I want to keep and which I don't. I don't think I want to keep this. Those little wispies are kind of annoying, so we're gonna get rid of that. We can keep the big ones. Those little wispies are stupid. Those are going. Those can go. I can always draw them back. Those can stay. Alright, so these are the freehand single pieces. Let's mess with the mesh. The mesh needs to come out further. This is actually gonna go up and out. So this is gonna change a lot. Let's mess with that mesh again. Pull it away from the head. Like, considerably. That still didn't even pull it off the head. Okay. Now we're actually off the head. Flame Bushido! Hello, Alfonso. You're late today. Alright, let's change the thickness of this and the width. Let's up the width. Whoa, whoa, whoa. What is this hat conversation even happening right now? Right, it's very thin. I don't like how thin it is. Why is it so thin? Well, that's not what we want. Make his head bigger, head empty? Well, maybe. Okay, we've somewhat got what I want. The shape just needs to be modified. I don't know if I can even have this piece of hair. And the reason I say that is because if I put this back on, it's just going crisscross in front of it. So I think I might just delete that one. Or at least hide it for now. I had nothing on my... Did I get anything on my phone? No, I got nothing on my phone. Let me double check. Let me double check. Oh, that's a lie. So on my phone, I got freaking Gold City SSR. Not that I'm gonna use that. I mean, it's not a bad card. It's just, it's kind of useless as a zero limit break card, unfortunately. But on my PC, I got Jack. I got nada. Nada. But, what day is it? Today is the 4th? I will be doing an Uma pull stream. Let's see. How many carrots do I have? I have 43,000 carrots on my PC account. I think I'm gonna try for pulling when that banner drops, which it drops on Friday. I will not be able to stream on Friday, so it'll probably be on Monday when I will attempt to pull for that banner on stream. Oh yeah, brother, is there any other features you want on your face? Because I made your model look like your hand-drawn model, and it looks kind of bland. Like, your face is so bleh. Oh, good luck, Alfonso. You got this. Pull something good. Like, it looks like your model. Like, I don't know how else to say that. It just looks like your hand-drawn model, your 2D model. But I feel like there could be more on the face. I don't know. Like, something. Draw some poop in there. It just feels like that there could be something more, and I'm not sure what yet. It just looks very flat. Like, when you look at my model, there's a lot of texture and dimension to my face. You want to give me a band-aid on my right chin? Are you implying that there is a left chin? Yeah, we already knew my luck is terrible. You want something on... You already have a scar on the left side. You want a band-aid here, too? Or you want it on the left side, meaning left side of what we're looking at? Why are you so beat up? What are you doing with your life? I don't know, it's just like... I was thinking, do you want any, like, shading or anything on the face or something? Because, like, I look at your face and texturally, dimensionally, it's kind of... super bland compared to what I have on mine. Haha, we can give you ooh magic. This was actually mine, by the way. This is Momo's. Peaches, 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 peaches. No, just don't sing that song. Guess that helps. That looks so smug, what the fuck? His smugness hurts your feeling? Yeah, we gotta fix that. That looks so ridiculous. Okay. That's your smile. I think that should be your smile. The other one was funny, though. Alright, that's your smile face. Okay, so neutral. Smile. Sad. Angry. What can I do to make this even angrier looking? Okay, so neutral, smile, sad, angry, happy, surprise? That works. Okay, that works. I liked this one. Okay, that adds a little more dimension to your face, which is better. Looks better. Better. Hold on. What is this mouth inside? Gray? Why did it change your teeth? Here you go. Just from listening to the music? That's funny. That's actually really funny. Wait, how do I edit the teeth? That's what I want to edit. Okay. Yeah, I want to add a little bit of dimension to this. Can't even see the frickin' brush. What the fuck is happening right now? What the hell? Ugh! I want to add stuff to it, but I can't see it. And when I draw on it, it draws on the tongue. Our 6 foot parent nerds are really bad. I mean, we don't eat that kind of candy normally, so... I'm pretty confused on how this texturing works. Okay, I kind of got it now. Okay, I sort of got this. Okay, I think that actually helps quite a bit. I think what I want to do is lighten this. Okay, and now let's go back to the white. I just don't know where this is. Yeah, I was trying to draw lines on the teeth, but I'm not really sure how this is textured, and it's confusing me. I'm pretty sure that what's happening is these are the teeth points, and these are the upper parts of the teeth. But I can't seem to get the coloring right. Okay. I somewhat got the mapping for that down. If you were an Uma, you would definitely be King Halo. Why? even make sense? I don't know how to do the Ojo-sama laugh. The King Halo Ojo-sama laugh. There we go. I could attempt it, but I really don't know how to do that laugh. Okay, I think that's acceptable for your teeth. It just gives it a little bit more dimension, because I was getting really bothered by the fact that the teeth were so hard to read. It's not perfect, but it definitely helps. Wait, you're only at 1 MLB on that, Alfonso? Jeez. Alright. I think I've done enough today. We have the baseline for the sweatshirt down. We improved the facial quality. I will add the band-aid to your face. We edited your hair a little bit. Not enough. Still gotta do more. Oh, you just got the last one. Okay. I think this is pretty good for tonight. It's almost 11. It's time for me to go to sleeps. So, thank you everybody for stopping by. If you are new, please leave a follow on Twitch or a like and a sub on YouTube. It helps my channel grow quite a bit. I will not be streaming for the rest of the week as I will be down to visit family. I will be streaming again on Monday, and I will be probably streaming Uma on Monday. But yeah, thank you everybody. Have a good night. I will see you on Monday. I don't want to play pickleball, but apparently I'm playing pickleball. Alright everybody, good night. Love you.